Hello everybody, AOG Gaming here, back with another video on Dislyte. So there's been a little bit of problems with, just the way Lilith Games, Farlight Games is dealing with advertising the game, trying to keep it balanced while also trying to recover profits that they were making before. Really what's happening is they're just screwing the entire player base that isn't Wales, and even them, they're screwing them over. So, honestly, I don't know. I don't know where this game is going to go. The anniversary, again, like Outer Plane, will decide pretty much the entirety of the future state of the game. Whether it survives 2024, honestly. Yeah, to be honest, my hopes aren't high. And I don't expect anything from the devs because everything good that they've given us, they've pretty much just taken back by adding something that detriments us in some way, which sucks. But I mean, like we couldn't really do anything about it, no matter how much the community voiced their opinions, how mad they were about certain things, how dissatisfied they were with certain things they wanted gone. Dislyte just didn't care. And the problem is that most of those things are ways that they're marketing their game to make money. Like, it's the things that they specifically make money, that they're trying to make money off of. Problem with that is that it's littered so much over this game that it's like, I have to say now, the game is pay to win, 100%. And it was before, but now it's like, it's pay to win at all. Like, yeah, you can have skill, but that won't go anywhere for any of the higher and late game content. Pretty much where I am at, it is miserable playing the game. And again, most of the big problems. This is a song in Dislyte? Huh. I don't remember this being a song in Dislyte. So yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that the devs aren't trying, really. Like, they're just trying to market the game. Again, you're not supposed to be trying to make money right now, you're supposed to be trying to save the fucking game so you can make money. But they're not trying to do that, they're just trying to make money. They're not trying to save the game in any legitimate way. They're just trying to barely make it like a user-friendly experience, just barely. So yeah, I don't know. I'm playing Outer Plane right now on my phone, and honestly, this Isle thing seems pretty cool. So far, you get a decent amount of these points, or the extra currency. Just down a little bit. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Is that this game doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, and that's the problem, right? Every advancement that they've made has pretty much been brought back. They were giving us free espers, they were giving us wishstone stuff, like everything was going good. They added a divinate system which ruined everything. They ruined their gold draw system by adding divinates into it. And I know people are going to keep arguing that it's still a 2% chance to get a legendary. Really? You're going to argue it at this point when people have been getting shit over and over again, and you're saying it's just bad luck? No, you apparently don't know what statistics are, because you've never taken a fucking AP stats class. So shut the fuck up, YouTubers who haven't taken one of those classes, because you do not know math. Also, recent studies came out after the fact that was put into, or before that was put into the game, where intrinsic probability came into play when a 50-50 or a half chance to get a legendary divinate or a legendary esper for the chance came into play, and it ended up being a 1% chance anyway, where the intrinsic probability comes into play heavily for the more draws you do, but it does become more normalized the more draws you do, except it doesn't matter because it resets every time. So yeah, it's pretty much just a system where you're gonna have to spend money no matter what if you want to get a decent amount of rezos and legendaries in general. Which sucks, right? And half of the time you'll be screwed over, you'll have to go to pity. You'll be screwed over with, oh, you know, like the random divinate here and there. The good thing is that they have 100 pity instead of 200, so kudos to them for that. Yeah, that's I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, they've tried to give us free espers, but they've only done the bare minimum. Like I said, every 2 weeks you have to give us an esper and their divinate. That is the bare minimum, because this game has so many espers and divinates, and they're releasing them every like 3 weeks, every 2 weeks. So if you're not at least giving a person an esper, they're not able to keep up, because again, they still have to collect the hundreds of other espers that you release. Plus, there's usually 2 that they release for the update. So it's not even just keeping you up, it is just keeping you up halfway, and the rest of it you have to grind yourself, which is okay, but it requires a lot of grinding, and it's not worth your time in my opinion. Trying to grind for the free legendary copy that you get for pity in this game. Yeah, I mean, it's like, so much about it is good, but there's too much bad about it that just, it doesn't feel right. And I'm slowly getting to the point where I'm like, I feel like I'm just playing this game just for the sake. Like, the amount of progress I'm making is minuscule. I don't really have the right espers with the right rezos. I do have a lot of the newer espers because I've been collecting them, but again, I only have R0 Gen 2, my Anna's still R0, I don't have any Toland, like I don't have any of the new shimmers, like all of the other like utility characters like Hilda, even my Embla isn't at R2, like she's at R1, my Ethan, like all these utility characters, I don't even, what's her name? Sally. At R2, she's actually pretty decent, so yeah, it's just like I don't get the right espers and most people don't. It's just the fact of the game. And the ones that you do get are just barely enough to keep your account going. So, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna quit, but again, anniversary comes by and I'm gonna see if I even continue playing this game. There's too much unpolished, there's too many bugs, and there's too much stuff that the devs blatantly ignore, even though it is 100% what we want fixed and is the problem in the games. And when they do fix stuff, they end up adding something that just ruins the rest of the game. So really, it's just not fun. Case in point being a warm-up match. I'm in Bronze 3. I was facing fucking R6s. Yeah, let me repeat that. I was facing a fucking, basically full R6 team. Like, you go to the replay, right? Yeah, I'm facing somebody in Diamond. Wait, what is this? Oh no, this is different. This is replays in the top thing. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was doing your own replay, but whatever. They try and balance it out, but again, this just means that it is 100% resonance based. So, screw this game mode. Like, it's pretty much meant for whales and like anybody who spends over $1,000. This game mode is pretty much meant for them. Oh, I go to records, right? Who was it? This person? Can I not replay it? Oh, okay, yeah, here. Not this person. Where's? Oh yeah, this person. R6, Daji. R6, Hilda. R3, Feng Shun. R5, Ollie. Yeah, there was no way I was beating that. Also, I couldn't counterpick, so that was also partially my fault, but it wouldn't have mattered. And of course I have my Anna, but that doesn't matter. Also this, R2 Daji and R2 Feng Shun. The RNG basically made my you know, basically not fully maxed out, but fully maxed out base copy of my, why do I forget her name? Oh, I'm just brain farting right now. Yeah. Fuck you, brain, for being dumb. Anna, my Jesus. Christ. Alright. So yeah, Anna is I mean, I have her at her divinate at level 2, so I'm gonna be healing with the basic. I have all of her abilities maxed out, like she's pretty much as good as the base copy can get. I mean, I can get her divinate to R6, but that wouldn't really be... If I have her divinate at R6, I definitely have her at higher resonance than base copy. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really much else to talk about the game. It's just stagnant. Like, they're really not trying to fix the big problems. And everything that they do fix, they introduce something else that ends up being another problem, right? Usually that's in the form of an Esper. But to be fair, Anna hasn't really been fixed, so... Yeah. Also, Do You, whatever her name is? The new Shimmer. She's really broken at R0. So's Iki, so... It seems like they're pretty much breaking their Espers at the beginning, and then tracking them back a little bit, or just releasing another Esper to counter it. So yeah, if they continue to do this, I'm just gonna quit. I don't even care what the anniversary is. If I keep seeing this trend, it does not bode well for the future. Also, like a lot of other creators and I have mentioned, AFK Arena came out, 100% they spent all of their resources, but pretty much it's like an exact copy of Dislyte, but you know, like all that 3D platforming we got for the events, but pretty much more like definitely much more polished, but added to, you know, AFK Journey, and then they basically copied all the IPs over from AFK Arena, and then they just have the animation upgrade, and then the skill, like very similar, not the skills, but like just the layout of how the character pages look is very similar to Dislyte. So you can obviously tell that they took resources, or at least staff, from this game and applied it to them when this game was going downhill, down track, and pretty much just on the back burner. We could tell. Dislyte, Lilith Games, Firelight Games, you can't fucking lie to us. Gamers can tell. At this point, we've played so many games, you can tell when a company is pretty much trying to abandon their game, or trying not to put effort in their game, and just letting their profits basically speak for themselves. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. So, I mean, what else do I talk about? It's like at this point the game is just resonance and divinate based. You have the right character with the at least R2 with their divinate at R3, and you're pretty much can do every content in this game competitively. Yeah, that is pretty much where it's at. Of course, having any higher resonances will boost, and some Espers aren't able to pretty much be utilized at their maximum potential without their divinates D3 basically, or R6. Sorry, in some Espers their resonance needs to be at R6. But yeah, D3 R6, you're good. D2 R6, or sorry, D3 R2, and you're still R2 D3, and you're still pretty good. Even R2 D2, and you're pretty far out in a galaxy far, far away. Yeah, that's I mean, this, I don't know. There's really nothing I can say at this point. I'm just spewing words. New Espers that they're releasing for the normal elements are pretty good, but they're nothing like the Shimmers. And honestly, they need resonances again, and they don't give you a free Esper every. They don't give you a free Esper every update, which they have to at least. And if they're releasing multiple, if they're releasing more than 2 Espers, they have to give you another Esper. Because if they don't, I mean, even then, like they have to keep giving you more and more. Like they have to keep giving us more and more free Espers and just increasing the amount. Because at one point, it's going to be impossible to get any Esper, any specific Esper, or just collect all of the Espers in the game. I know people may seem, okay, well that seems unreasonable. No, that shouldn't be unreasonable. Collecting every character in the game, that at least a base copy, if that's not possible in your game is not free to play. And this game it's not possible, so this game is not free to play. Right there, I said it. This game isn't free to play. It is now just a subscription to pay and have fun. So yeah, if they don't take anything from this Celestial Anomaly and realize that we don't like it, it's not horrible, but it's not good, and it just doesn't make me excited for Celestial Anomaly. Honestly, it just makes me not want to do normal Ritual Miracle, and I just do Celestial Anomaly instead. Like, if that's really what's gonna happen to the game, then you shouldn't even release the content in the first place. Dislyte. The content you had before was miles better, and even that was not good. It was overtuned, the bosses, and obviously some espers were way better than others. So yeah, I don't know. And also the fact that you basically made espers irrelevant as you're releasing new espers. Like, come on, can we be serious? There is a long list of growing espers every time they release new espers that pretty much get replaced because there's one character that does everything. Feng Shen has pretty much become a staple. Daji has become a PvP staple. Embla and Fushi have become pretty much, I mean, not a super combo, but they've been pretty relevant in the meta. So, I mean, and Fushi is the new character. Embla obviously is. It's good that they're buffing her, but it's bad that they're using it, a new esper, to pretty much make her relevant, right? Like, that's just okay. Dislyte did the same thing with Valeria. She was good, but she wasn't broken after Celestial Anomaly. They released Liam. Liam is way better than Valeria in terms of utility, but you pair them up together and you get an insanely broken combo, especially for Valeria. Again, to sell the character. Alright, yeah, that pretty much covers everything that they've done wrong with the game. Celestial Anomaly, I mean, I could keep going. They monetized what they should have made free. Like, I don't understand why they're trying to make us get less copies of espers when they're releasing more and more espers. Like, if this other Celestial Anomaly was better at getting us espers, and you're releasing even more espers now than you ever have before, you pretty much said, fuck you, everybody who's free to play, everybody who's a whale, give us more money. They pretty much just said it without stating it directly. The problem is most people don't see that. So I just hope that this message gets out to enough people so you understand. They literally do not care about you. Lilith Games, Farlight Games has done nothing to show us that they care about us. They have shown us that they care about money, which is why they are trying to fix the game in some ways. But in reality, they aren't fixing the overarching problems, they aren't fixing what matters to us, and they aren't balancing the game in a meaningful way that will make it good for players who are joining later on in a year, or players who are joining now, or players who have been on since day one. So, my message to Dislyte again, just do what you did with AFK Arena, that whole system of giving everybody like the 4,000 plus free draws or whatever, the new characters you get for doing all this stuff, like, just tie it to the story. For doing every story level, give a person a legendary. Like, it's so simple to add these things, and they cost you no fucking money whatsoever. The amount of money you get in return would be like a Google length of, no, it wouldn't be that much, but it would be a ridiculous amount more compared to what you are spending on the couple of hours it takes to code a reward system for, you know, all of this. Like, every chapter you do, you get a legendary. Maybe the first few chapters it's epics, obviously, because it's the beginning of the story and you only have like you only have a couple legendaries, right? You don't just want to give people a full legendary system, especially if the epics are still relevant to this game in some way, shape, or form, even though it's a small amount in my opinion. But hey, and kudos to them. Outer Plane has rares that pretty much are not that relevant compared to the 3 stars, so at least they're a little bit more relevant in this game mode, or this game. But yeah, it feels like we are nearing the end, or EOS will come if the anniversary doesn't make them enough money. And honestly, I don't think it will. I think they are going to market the shit out of it. They are going to try to reap money instead of giving people free stuff. Less is more, and more is less. The more you take from us, the less we feel like we get. But the more you give to us, the less we feel like we have to, you know, like the less we feel bad about playing the game, because we're getting free stuff all the time, right? Like, why would people feel bad about spending money in the game when they know even if they don't, they'll get more rewards in return? It's not going to make them the best, but it'll at least push their account in a meaningful way. So yeah, I mean, it's just like every gacha has this problem, in my opinion. Like, this is why every single gacha dies eventually. There's an EOS, which is the problem, right? Because like, there's this big thing in the gaming community right now, I don't know if you know, where people are trying to fight the right to own games. This is mostly for like AAA games, because like there's like digital copies of games that eventually just get taken off and you just can't play them anymore, or they're just not supported online and stuff. So like, people are just trying to make sure games stay alive, because the fact that you've paid money and you have these things and you like have all this progress and accomplishment and hours put into this game, and the fact that a company can just say, yeah, we're just gonna make it so that you can't, you know, do anything with that, and you have to buy the new game if you want to experience anything with our franchise ever again. Pretty scummy. It's pretty much the corporate standard, right? Make things perishable so they have to keep buying. Honestly, if I was an entrepreneur, it'd be the complete opposite, which is why humanity would progress, because, you know, we wouldn't be the leeching parasites that most alien societies would probably see us as. And honestly, I 100% agree with that. Most humans are leeches, especially the richest ones, because they do not care about anything but themselves and getting money. If I had that much money, I would be saving the world. But again, God doesn't choose those who are good to be rich and save the world. He chooses those who are selfish and born into it, for the most part. Alright, I said my piece, you understand. Is the game going anywhere? No. Are they doing good stuff? Yes. Are they balancing it with equally bad stuff? Yes. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching AOG Gaming here. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. It really shows your support, helps me out, keeps up to date my content. 206 subscribers last time I checked. Y'all are amazing. Keep going. Yeah. That's all I have to say for this game. You know, the anniversary is coming up next month, and honestly, if they don't deliver, I'll just quit the game. Like I said, it'll be the end of this game. This game is 100% in trouble. It's been so. It had like a very small, like, trending upwards peak, and then it just decided to kill it and shoot itself in the foot with the whole celestial anomaly thing, and then all the pay to win stuff it started releasing afterwards. So yeah, that's your own fault, Lilith Games. Screw you. Peace out, everybody. Thank you all for watching.